mean, I used to use, I don't know if you know, Real Social Dynamics. It used to be the pickup company.
Yeah,
One of their, I think it was Ozzy, the instructor, he had this thing called physical game where you would grab their hand and spin them round and pull them up to the bar. And, it wasn't like anything creepy, but it was, you broke the unwritten rules of it. And then they talked about vocal tonality and all these sorts of things. And, it got a bit creepy with the routines and stuff that they used to do. But how do you find that guys can be building that attraction? Like getting them, because I think you say, what was it? Getting them wet between the legs. How do we, what kills and builds attractions, like from getting them to sleep with you that night to wanting to come home with you? How do we be men again without being the Me Too men, the creepy bastards,
yeah. I think that there's something guys are actually worried about is that whole Me Too stuff. The average guy is very, very paranoid about that. Um, I think a bit overly paranoid about it, honestly, because most of us are not minor celebrities. We don't have a reputation to actually destroy in the first place.
Mm.
So what are the kind of things that will help guys become across as a lot more attractive? I personally think. I mean, you did mention a couple of things there already, like vocal tonality, being able to speak calmly and rhythmically pace your speech, pause, be not rushing through your words, because that's something we tend. Basically, everything I'm going to say right now is really just displaying like calm, relaxed, confident energy versus like nervous and anxious and intimidated kind of energy. So think about the way that a guy would talk if he was very, very nervous. His throat's going to tighten up. His pitch is going to increase. He's going to try to rush his words out versus a guy who's a lot more calm and relaxed and confident. When he's talking to a lady, he's going to be. I mean, we'll get onto eye contact in a second, but he's going to be looking at her dead in the eye, and he's going to be talking very calmly, projecting, enunciating, not in a rush to deliver his point. And that, like, these are all this is what's called like sub communication, right? This is the communication that's not done with words. It's our body language, but it conveys our our sense of self. It conveys our self esteem. It conveys our current emotional state at that time that we're talking to that person. And these are things that women pick up on. Like two men can say the exact same thing. They can say the exact same line to a woman, and one will succeed and one will fail. And that's all down to their body language and their tonality and the way they present themselves, right? So speaking calmly and relaxed is very, very important. Having calm, relaxed body language, being open, being not being closed off and fidgeting and touching your face and touching yourself constantly, but being open and relaxed. These are body language cues that demonstrate that you're a calm, confident individual. Eye contact, I personally think, is extremely important. I think a lot of guys don't do eye contact. Uh, they don't focus on eye contact enough. They're either too creepy with their eye contact, where they're just glaring at somebody, and never looking away, never breaking it, or they're too timid and they never look at a woman in the eyes.
Hmm.
Women, there's a fine kind of balance there, and that obviously comes through experience. But if you're able to look a woman dead in the eyes while you're talking to her, or and even more importantly, maintain eye contact with her when she's talking to you, it's incredibly powerful. And if you do it correctly, you can feel the sexual tension between you and a woman building up without anything. Without you could be talking about the weather, and you're not touching each other. But if that eye contact is there and it's intense, then you can start to feel that sexual tension build. And that's what I talked about. That's what I'm referring to when I'm saying, getting them wet between the legs.